Orientation cycle. Placing your skill set on a microeconomic scale. PJ O'Rourke says, microeconomics is about money you don't have, and macroeconomics is about money the government is out of. McKenzie, the management consulting company, did a survey of how companies are upskilling their employees. They did the research since the pandemic of 2020 actually kind of shut the world's economy down, and how companies responded to that by identifying and actually attempting to address skill gaps that became very obvious once the pandemic took hold. 69% of the respondents of that survey said they were increasing skills that have been built during the pandemic more so than for other actions to close skill gaps. So in other words, companies aren't doing the firing, which is represented by releasing. They're not necessarily doing as much contracting, bringing in experts, as much as they are actually building skills of their existing employee base. It is therefore a part of our microeconomic context to build skills. They're also finding that they need to redeploy and to hire to address those skill gaps. McKinsey also found that most skills that companies are increasingly focused on developing are social, emotional, and advanced cognitive skills. It's almost as if the neuroscience is out. We all know that we have to figure out as human beings ways to escape behaviors and patterns that are not productive to us as a species. The skills that have been prioritized for reskilling include leadership and managing others, critical thinking and decision making, and project management. What is interesting to note is that in the 21st century, it is not, even as we consider Industry 4.0 and Pharma 4.0 and other major initiatives to be hyperconnected and apply deep learning and artificial intelligence, you would think that advanced IT skills and programming would be emphasized in this upskilling period. But look at where it is on the list. It's at the very bottom. We are finding the human component to be of crucial focus in the 21st century. Hey, to put it simply, human beings can be a huge part of the friction in our enterprise. If we want less friction and more flow, we must address us as humanity head on. The World Economic Forum also did a study in 2020, and they found, after surveying literally every major economy on Earth, that there are 15 skills that will be of highest order by the year 2025. Topmost is analytical thinking and innovation. Remember our terms, our kind of conversations around the innovation ecosystem. Number 2, active learning and learning strategies. Number 3, complex problem solving. Number 4, critical thinking and analysis. Number 5, creativity, originality, and initiative. Number 6, leadership and social influence. Number 7, technology use, monitoring and control. Number 8, technology design and programming. Number 9, resilience, stress tolerance, and flexibility. Number 10, reasoning, problem solving, and ideation. Number 11, emotional intelligence. Number 12, troubleshooting and user experience. Number 13, service orientation. Number 14, systems analysis and evaluation. And number 15, persuasion and negotiation. Frictionless enterprise intentionally and aggressively addresses, number one, by creating an innovation ecosystem, by actually addressing learn and unlearn awareness. Addresses number two by creating a continuous learning culture. Number five, by opening up minds and awareness and orientation to be more creative and original. Frictionless enterprise paths 2, 3, and 4 address number 6, leadership and social influence, as well as number 9, resilience, stress tolerance, and flexibility. The value web is a crucial component to resilience. It emphasizes relationships and how those relationships actually impact your self-talk. Is it unhealthy? Is it healthy? And what values you find yourself living out as a result of that self-talk and those relationships. Emotional intelligence is also a part of our construct in path 2, 3, and 4 specifically. And we literally are going to talk about persuasion in just a couple of objectives. So Frictionless Enterprise is right in alignment with the World Economic Forum. The McKenzie Study found that there are 9 key practices that support 3 different phases of skill transformation. In our microeconomic context, that is the context of us as employees, in our households, in our immediate surroundings economically, these are the percentage of respondents who say their companies have successfully implemented each practice. Scouting, workforce planning to assess potential skill gaps, shaping development of a skill strategy to ensure that the workforce is future ready, and shifting, reimagined infrastructure for skilling at scale. The 9 practices support these 3 different phases, and assessing demand and determining the current supply of specific skills really is a part of scouting, as well as analyzing those skill gaps. Shaping means that we are designing a portfolio of initiatives to close skill gaps, designing tailored learning journeys, and deciding on learning infrastructure and enablers. Shifting requires launching a skill hub, delivering skill transformation at scale, and implementing a dynamic tracking of workforce and impact. Please take a moment and on your Miro, document 7 ways that you can either shift, shape, or scout in your microeconomic context starting right now.